So 3 indicators that I would never want to trade without. We got VWAP, we got some kind of order flow, volume delta per bar is what I have here, and volume profile. These are the 3 indicators that are not included in the free NinjaTrader version that I would absolutely not want to be trading without. See, this is the price action from Tuesday, January 16th. Here we're coming into the New York Open. Pre-market, we are above VWAP. You can see the VWAP is green because price is above. When price goes below the VWAP, it'll turn red. We're also above the 20 SMA, and we're starting to break out above the upper Bollinger Bands. Now, the very first candle of the New York Open, we get a lot of positive delta coming in on the NQ. Not the ES, but the NQ. What I'm looking at here is we're coming up right against yesterday's low. I would want to see this break with some conviction and also some strong delta behind it before I was convinced of a move higher, possibly up to the overnight open. So these levels that are on the chart I will use as both support and resistance and also as targets. And any other support and resistance areas that are needed, I highly recommend just manually drawing those in every day. So first 1 minute candle of the day is pointing to the upside, yet we want to wait for a breakout above this line. We don't get that. In the next 4 candles, point of control is being drawn up to the top of all of these wicks. Even when we finally do break above a little bit, above yesterday's close, we have point of control being drawn up to the very top. And there hasn't been any more strong delta follow through. And the ES has been more negative than anything today. Next candle, we get a very indecisive candle, and we have a strong rejection from this area. We're breaking below the S1 pivot. And now we start to see a bunch of negative delta coming in on both the NQ and the ES. We're coming up right to the 20 SMA. I'd much rather see this break below the 20. And then we've got VWAP up next, as well as another pivot point and our lower Bollinger Band. So we do have a wicky candle here with the point of control being drawn down into it. But after seeing this rejection and all this strong negative delta coming in, I'm not sold on a bounce higher at the moment. I did take a short when we crossed below the 20 here, targeting VWAP. Now you can see down here we're getting some wicky candles. Point of control is getting drawn down into the wicks. We're wicking off of the lower Bollinger Band. We're getting some moves up after these wicky candles with the point of control drawn down there. So as I'm seeing all these wicked candles with the point of control drawn down to the bottom, one after the other, not much delta coming through on the NQ. I'm staying cautious about getting into any kind of shorts. We do get a move higher, and right here is where I got in long. We had a nice big candle that closed above the 20 SMA, this pink line, and also closed above VWAP. A lot of strong delta. Yes, the point of control was drawn up to the top of this wick, but with all these other factors overruling that, I felt very comfortable taking a long. Don't rely on just one of these indicators to tell me when I should buy or sell. I'm looking for a confluence between as many of these indicators as possible to give me a better chance of my trade being a success. This is the kind of candle I wanted to see after getting into my long. We got a wick coming down through the VWAP. Point of control is drawn down a little bit. Looking to target the upper Bollinger Band. We pulled back to the 20 SMA and also right to VWAP. So when I see a strong negative delta here, we closed above the 20 and we still have VWAP right there and a pivot point. It's just a major area. I'm not going to short right into that. There's no room for any significant profits. I'd want to wait till price broke below all 3 of these levels with the strong delta. That's why I've got this certain combination of indicators on my chart. Just because one particular indicator is giving me a signal of a possible direction, it doesn't make me just instantly push the button. I'm factoring in the whole bigger picture, as well as higher time frames. This is just a 1 minute chart. So after rejecting very strongly off the VWAP and the 20 SMA here, and we have the point of control drawn down to the bottom of this wick, it's a good place to get into a long, looking to target S1 pivot. The news that came out at 8:30 this morning was pointing towards possible more bullish momentum. We did make it all the way up to the overnight open and up to the pivot point. This is 10:30. I usually only trade the first hour, 9:30 to 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, New York Open. Please like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date, and best of luck in your trading.